Hi, my name's Alyssa and I'm Brightly's low waste lifestyle expert. If you're into sustainability, subscribe down below, become a change maker, but other than that, let's get started. Today we are talking about all of the zero waste, low waste, sustainable swaps that I have made at one point or another and have since stopped using. Now, the main reason why I've stopped using most of these things is because I didn't like them, or they were too expensive for what they were, or just something I overall wouldn't end up recommending to the average person. So let's get real, let's get into this and talk about swaps that I do not use anymore. Number one is reusable cutlery sets. Now, I'm all for the idea if that you need something pretty or something nice to start using that reusable item, go ahead and do it. So if the fancy bamboo cutlery set bought just for traveling in a little travel case is going to make you want to travel with it, do it. But for me, that just wasn't the case. I also so typically never needed all the spoon, fork, and knife. And I had the bamboo one and I thought I liked it. I really did. I thought I liked it for a long time until I realized it's kind of started getting hard to clean, and I just slowly phased out of using it. And now I know it exists somewhere in my home, but I literally can't find it. It might be in my car too. I cannot find that for the life of me, and it's because I didn't really care to keep it around. I mean, I probably just lost it. But it did become very hard to clean, and you had to wait and let it air dry because it was bamboo, and it wasn't just you could wipe it down dry and throw it back in your bag. So instead, now if you saw the what's in my bag for plastic free July video, if you haven't, I'll link it down below for you. But in that video, I showed that I just take my cutlery from home and I wrap it up in a rag and with one of these like hair ties that I have, and it keeps it nice and secure. Nothing's touching the part that touches my mouth on the utensils because I wrap it up in that rag. And I have the rag to act as a napkin too. It's just overall easier, it's cheaper, you don't have to buy anything new that way. And also I get to change it up every time I go out. So if I know what I'm gonna order, or I kind of know where I'm going or what I'm gonna get, most of the time I don't bring a knife with me. I end up never really needing it. So I just do the spoon, the fork, and the straw. Number two is those metal to-go containers. I think they're called tiffins. I mean, I think I got one because I thought it was cute. Like, I thought it was cute, and it is useful. I mean, it's a container, but the thing is that most of the meals that I eat, I'd say the majority of them, even though not all of them, are hot meals. The only thing I tend to pack in these tiffins is salads, which is fine. I still get use out of it. I only have one, but I'm telling you, I rarely use it because my first instinct is to grab for just one of my old plastic Tupperware containers, or if it's something I know I'm gonna have to microwave for a bit, a glass one. But what I don't like about these is that you can't microwave them. So if I put something like leftovers from a restaurant in there, or I stored something in it, I have to take it out of there to reheat it. And like I said, most of my meals are warm served meals. They're also just like not the greatest to clean. Like, they always have fingerprints on them that you can see. They always kind of look dirty even when they're not. They're just not my favorite. I mean, I've had Tupperware in this house for so long, and really I'd rather throw it in some Pyrex or just an old container that I have. I mean, I really don't use that one often, and I don't plan on buying any more. The third thing is reusable bags. Now, hear me out. When I say this, I mean I use them less than I used to. I'm not saying that I stopped using my reusable bags. In fact, most of the time I am carrying one on me because I actually just use them as purses, because I have a couple canvas bags that I got as gifts that are pretty cute. I mean, I can just use them as a purse. It's just great for keeping everything in it that I need in the moment. But I used to use bags when grocery shopping, and like going to grocery shop, I mean, you're getting, or at least in my case, like a pretty hefty cart when you're going on your regular full-on stock the fridge, stock the pantry grocery trip. And when I'm going there, it's actually really annoying to have all of these bags to carry back and forth. So I started doing the thing where you use bins or buckets instead. So I started this because of COVID, because we weren't allowed to bring our reusable bags inside the grocery store. So what I would do is just have them throw it back in the cart, no bag at all, and then I would go out to my car and load it up in a laundry basket. Sometimes I would use little storage cubes too, just whatever I had on me. And it was really easy to load it back in the house, like so incredibly easy. I mean, that first big bin is definitely a little heavy, but it's worth it to make 1 to 2 trips rather than like all these trips with these bags you could have been making. Next is toothpaste. I had a really hard time finding eco toothpaste with fluoride in it. For what my dentist recommended me, for what I have going on right now, I kind of needed fluoride in my toothpaste. Well, I did find one, and I think it was called Denty Tabs or Dental Tabs or something like that, but I wasn't really interested in buying the tablets because they are more expensive. So if I could get it in a liquid form, similar to how David's does their toothpaste format in some kind of aluminum tube, that would have been best for me. But like I said, David's does not have fluoride in it. So right now I'm back to my old industry standard toothpaste. Now, since I have bought that toothpaste, I know that Hey Humans has came out at Target with one that has fluoride in it in the aluminum tube. So I'm really excited to try that out eventually. But I mean, toothpaste lasts a long time and I already bought that tube, so I have a long way to go before I can go to Target and actually even try that out. But at the moment, I am just using industry standard toothpaste, nothing special, nothing eco-friendly, but it's just because nothing was working for me. So I'm excited that there is a swap out there now. So if you're about to run out of toothpaste and you want fluoride, definitely check out Hey Humans, try it out. If you've already tried it, tell me how it is. Like, should I even try it? Because I don't want to waste the time if it's not worth it. But I do wish tooth tablets were less expensive just because I do really enjoy them. Actually, I love pre-portioned things, which is why I love things like drops, laundry detergent, things like that. I just like pre-portioned stuff. I think it's really easy. I think they're kind of fun. And so I know a lot of people don't like dental tablets, but I do really like them. It's just I couldn't find any that really worked for me that were my price point and had fluoride in them. And the last one I have for today is conditioner bars. So if you asked me a few weeks ago, I would have said shampoo and conditioner bars because I really wasn't a huge fan of shampoo bars. I did find some that like kind of worked for me in the past, but I ended up just stop using because they were kind of uncomfortable to use. I was just so used to a liquid, and there's so many awesome liquid options out there now that I just didn't really care too much for shampoo or conditioner bars. But now I still am looking for a conditioner bar, but I have found a shampoo bar that I think I like, and that's the one from Atique. So right now I really like their frizz bar, but they're coming out with a new one that looks really great too. I mean, I think that they have the best lather in terms of shampoo bars I have ever seen, ever used. The lather is unreal and it's so easy. Like some shampoo bars, I felt like part of having a shampoo bar was you had to put in a lot of work to use it. I always said you have to have your hair super damp, you really have to rinse it out to get no residue, and you really have to work it in your hair to get it to lather up. But with the Atique ones, I found that it lathers up super easy. It's almost like once it touches water, it's just like pure liquid. I mean, it really feels like a regular dose of shampoo once it's in there, and it doesn't leave a film on my hair. And I've been using it for weeks now, and it's really just been great. I do like their shampoo bars, but I have not tried their conditioner bars too much, and yet I have yet to find a conditioner bar that works for me. So if you have any really great suggestions, leave them down below. But I feel like even if I like somebody's shampoo bar from one company, I find that their conditioner bars are just harder to work with. They're harder to get on your hair, and I don't know if it's because I'm not really rubbing it too much on the top of my head. I'm rubbing it more on the ends of my hair. I have big issues with them. They don't work out for me too often. But there are some great liquid options out there. If you want to know what I'm currently using and what's currently my favorite, I'll link you guys to my shower routine video. But there's also one that is a concentrate called Everest that we also did a review on, a full review video on that. So I will link that below for you as well. But I have tried out my fair share of conditioner bars that I did not like. And pro tip, if you are using a conditioner bar and you don't really like it, there is one thing that I recommend you can do with it, and that's turning it into a shave bar, because they still have a little bit of lather on them and they're very silky smooth, and I find just like rubbing that on my body before shaving is a great bonus way to use it if you end up not liking it in your hair. And I could do a whole video on how to use products that you don't like in different ways. So if you guys want to see that, definitely let me know, because that's something I have to go through a lot. I mean, I test out a lot of products, not for myself, but also for you guys, so I can educate you guys about about products, so I'm always trying to try new things whenever I run out of items. So if you want to see how I use items I don't really care for, or that kind of stopped working for me, or I kind of want to get rid of, I still like to use them up. So I have found a bunch of creative ways to do that. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. But that is all I have for you today. If you feel like there are any swaps you have personally made that you don't super love anymore and you want to warn people about of why you might not like them, let us know in the comments so we can all talk about it. If you love sustainability, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.